Hello everyone, welcome to Chelsea Sport Focus. But before we dive in, make sure to subscribe so you never miss a moment of breaking news. Let's get started. Chelsea get £210 million transfer green light to complete 4 deals this week in Enzo Maresca dream. The 2025 summer transfer window is officially open for business, and at Stamford Bridge, that can only mean one thing. The gears of another high-stakes transfer spree are already turning, but this time, there's a sense of urgency, precision, and structure that wasn't quite there in previous chaotic windows. Fresh off a triumphant return to the Champions League and their UEFA Conference League victory against Real Betis, Chelsea are no longer just rebuilding, they're reloading. Enzo Maresca, now the first Blues manager in 5 years to begin back-to-back seasons in charge, has been granted significant financial backing and decision-making influence. And now, with a £210 million transfer green light, he has a golden opportunity to sculpt the squad into a title-challenging, European conquering force. The major reason for the transfer rush. Why the rush? The answer is simple. The FIFA Club World Cup. Chelsea's first match in the revamped tournament is just 15 days away, with Group D action kicking off against Mexican side Club León on June 16th. With only a 10-day window to complete early transfers before FIFA's brief closing of the international window, Chelsea are not wasting a second. This short but crucial window allows clubs involved in the tournament to register and integrate new players. Maresca wants deals done early. That means Chelsea could lock in 4 major signings this week alone, giving the squad ample time to gel before global competition begins. Liam&Delap deal sealed. The first name on the list is no surprise. Liam Delap. The 22-year-old England U21 striker is on the verge of completing a £30 million move from Ipswich Town, who were relegated from the Premier League last season. Despite the drop, Delap impressed massively, scoring 12 goals and providing 2 assists in a struggling side. His decision to join Chelsea wasn't just about money, it was about belief. Delap is reuniting with Enzo Maresca, his former coach at Manchester City, where he once scored 22-plus goals in a single youth season. With Chelsea's number 9 shirt still very much up for grabs, Delap sees the Club World Cup and next season as a platform to establish himself. Winger search. Garnacho, Nico, Gittins in the mix. While Delap fills one striking need, Chelsea still want more attacking flair from the wings. The Blues have reignited interest in Alejandro Garnacho, Jamie Bina Gittins, and Nico Williams, 3 electric talents who can bring pace, creativity, and goals. Williams, currently one of the most sought-after wide players in Europe, is valued at £55 million, with Nico's release clause at Athletic Club a tempting trigger. Garnacho, meanwhile, remains a long shot given his Manchester United allegiance, but Chelsea believe their Champions League qualification and modern attacking project could be persuasive factors. Marquee, return on the cards? At the back, Chelsea are eyeing a homecoming for Marquee, the Crystal Palace defender who left Cobham under Frank Lampard's reign. With just 12 months left on his contract, Palace could be forced to sell now or risk losing him for free. Chelsea face stiff competition from Newcastle United, who came close to a £65 million deal last year, but Guehi may be tempted by a return to West London, especially with Champions League football on the table. Double striker move. Hugo Ekitike plus Gyökeres Osimhen. Here's where it gets really interesting. Despite Liam Delap's arrival, Chelsea are still very much in the market for a marquee striker, someone with elite-level experience who can lead the line when needed and compete with Nicholas Jackson. Hugo Ekitike of Eintracht Frankfurt is high on the list. The 22-year-old is valued at over £80 million, but his pace, movement, and finishing make him a long-term asset. Victor Gyökeres, currently at Sporting CP, remains another serious option, available for closer to £60 million. And then there's Victor Osimhen. The Napoli striker, a Chelsea long-term target, would command a hefty wage packet, But with Napoli open to selling and Osimhen keen on the Premier League, a last-minute swoop could be on the cards, especially if Chelsea offload players quickly. Financial strategy and sales boost. Yes, the projected spend could balloon past £210 million, but Chelsea have the means to balance the books. With Conor Gallagher, Trevoh Chalobah, and Armando Broja among the names expected to be sold, the Blues could easily recoup £100 million plus. Add to that the prize money from their UEFA Conference League success and the upcoming Club World Cup windfall, and suddenly the ambitious spending plan doesn't seem so reckless. The final word, Maresca's master plan in motion. This window isn't just about spending, it's about smart, strategic moves. Enzo Maresca is building a team in his image, technical, tactically intelligent, youthful, and hungry. Chelsea get Hugo Ekitike transfer update as Liam Delap medical set, ahead of blockbuster move. The summer transfer window is officially underway, and Chelsea are wasting no time as they gear up for a critical period both on and off the pitch. Fresh off their UEFA Conference League triumph over Real Betis, the Blues are entering the transfer market with bold intentions and a clear strategy to elevate the squad before the upcoming FIFA Club World Cup. With the tournament just 15 days away, Chelsea are looking to finalize a series of deals that could reshape their front line and provide manager Enzo Maresca with a youthful but lethal attacking unit. The West London Giants will begin their Club World Cup Group D campaign against Mexican side club León, and the club's hierarchy is keen on ensuring that several new signings are integrated into the squad before then. Liam Delap medical set. Chelsea win the race. One of the headline moves appears to be nearing completion. According to The Athletic, England U21 international Liam Delap is set to undergo a medical ahead of a £30 million switch from Ipswich Town, who were relegated back to the Championship this season. Despite Ipswich's unfortunate campaign, Delap stood out with 12 Premier League goals and 2 assists, drawing interest from Manchester United, Newcastle, Everton, AC Milan, Juventus, and Nottingham Forest. However, Delap has reportedly made his intentions clear. He wants to play for Chelsea and reunite with Maresca, who coached him during their time at Manchester City's academy. For Chelsea, Delap fits multiple boxes. At just 22 years old, he's already proven he can handle the intensity of Premier League football. More importantly, his tactical intelligence, relentless work rate, and natural finishing ability make him a perfect fit in Maresca's high-tempo attacking system. Having worked closely with the Italian coach before, Delap's adaptation period is expected to be short, and he could be available in time for the Club World Cup opener. The fact that Chelsea were able to meet his £30 million release clause while keeping the player's wages within the club's new streamlined salary structure is seen as a major win, with Nicholas Jackson expected to rotate as the current number 9. Delap will have both time and space to establish himself while providing healthy competition. Hugo Ekitike, back on Chelsea's radar. While Delap looks all but confirmed, Chelsea are also advancing discussions over another striking option, Hugo Ekitike. The 22-year-old Frenchman, currently owned by Paris Saint-Germain, is attracting serious interest from both Chelsea and Liverpool. Ekitike spent the 2024-25 season on loan at Eintracht Frankfurt, where he began to rediscover his form with a string of promising performances in the Bundesliga. Paris Saint-Germain, looking to trim their squad following a blockbuster Champions League win, are reportedly open to offers. Chelsea have made contact with the player's representatives and are exploring the feasibility of a deal. While Liverpool have been monitoring his situation closely, the Blues' appeal of regular game time, plus the Maresca project and Club World Cup football, could prove decisive in Ekitike's final decision. Chelsea's interest in Ekitike isn't new. The club previously scouted him during his breakout season at Rams, and Maresca is believed to be a fan of his dynamic style, tall, quick, technically gifted, and capable of playing both as a center forward and from wide areas. Club World Cup as a transfer catalyst. Chelsea's transfer activity is not only motivated by long-term goals, but also by the immediate objective of making an impact at the new format FIFA Club World Cup, which will feature 32 teams and run similarly to the World Cup. With the likes of Manchester City, Real Madrid, Flamengo, and Al Ahly also in the competition, Chelsea know they must be at full strength to challenge for global supremacy. A strong showing in the tournament could also secure a substantial financial windfall and improve the club's global branding, a key factor in their ongoing project of blending footballing success with financial sustainability. Blues building a blueprint. Similar to PSG, Chelsea's recent success in Europe has given them renewed confidence to adopt a youth-driven transfer strategy that mirrors that of PSG. The Parisian club has built a core of young, high-potential talent with names like Xavi Simons, Bradley Barcola, and Warren Zaïre-Emery, and Chelsea appear to be following suit. Signings like Estevão Willian, Kendry Páez, André Santos, and now possibly Delap and Ekitike show a clear intention to invest in players under 23 who fit into a long-term tactical vision. Chelsea's sporting directors and recruitment team are believed to be prioritizing character, tactical discipline, and adaptability over market hype or expensive superstars. Two big reasons. Chelsea signed Liam Delap over Victor Osimhen, Enzo Maresca's vision. Unfolding at Stamford Bridge, Chelsea are on the brink of securing the signature of Liam Delap from Ipswich Town. And while many fans were dreaming of a superstar like Victor Osimhen leading the line, the Blues have taken a more calculated route. With the £30 million release clause now triggered, Delap is expected to finalize his move to Stamford Bridge in the coming days. But why did Chelsea opt for a developing Premier League talent rather than splashing out for one of the world's most lethal strikers? There are two major reasons behind Chelsea's decision to go for Delap over Osimhen, and they both tie directly into the club's long-term vision under new head coach Enzo Maresca. First, and perhaps most compelling, reason behind Delap's signing is his strong relationship and tactical familiarity with Enzo Maresca. The pair worked together during their time at Manchester City, where Delap spent a season under Maresca in the development squad. It was under Maresca's mentorship that Delap scored 22 to 24 goals in a single season, a record that first put him on the radar of top clubs across Europe. Now that Maresca has taken the reins at Chelsea, he's clearly looking to bring in players who already understand his system. A highly structured, positional style of play that demands intelligence, hard work, and adaptability. Delap fits that mold perfectly. Maresca himself has spoken glowingly about the striker, both publicly and privately. Back in March, the Italian coach praised Delap's consistency, mentality, and pressing work rate. In terms of numbers, he's doing fantastic. I think he's scored 12 Premier League goals already. It's not just about the goals. It's the way he plays and fights and is always there. Those comments came when Maresca faced Delap as an opponent with Ipswich Town. Despite their teams being on opposite sides, the respect was evident. And in December, Maresca doubled down. Liam is a fantastic player. I spent 1 year with him. He works hard off the ball, understands the game, and can score goals. England is lucky to have a striker like him. It's clear that Maresca sees Delap as more than just a striker. He sees him as a key cog in his system. 2. Financial structure and strategic planning. Delap fits the model, Osimhen doesn't. Beyond the footballing philosophy, the second major reason Chelsea chose Delap over Osimhen is financial prudence. Victor Osimhen, who recently bagged 25 goals and 5 assists at Galatasaray on loan from Napoli, remains one of the most expensive forwards on the market. His release clause at Napoli is reportedly set at around 120 million euros, and his wage demands are equally substantial, likely breaking Chelsea's strict wage structure set under their new sporting regime. Chelsea have made a conscious shift in recent transfer windows, choosing to build around young, high-potential players on sustainable wages, rather than gambling on mega-money superstars with massive salaries. Delap, just 22 years old, fits this profile perfectly. He not only comes at a more affordable price, but also joins a squad where his wage demands won't cause locker room imbalance. In contrast, a player like Osimhen would likely require Chelsea to break their structure, risking unrest among current stars and increasing pressure to sell or renegotiate existing contracts. There's also the added fact that Delap is homegrown and eligible as a club-trained player for UEFA competitions, a major boost in terms of squad registration and long-term planning. Delap's numbers speak volumes, even in a relegated team. Delap's numbers in the 2024-25 season with Ipswich Town are nothing short of remarkable, especially considering the club's overall performance. Despite the team suffering relegation back to the Championship, Delap managed to score 12 goals and contribute 2 assists in the Premier League, a league that's unforgiving for even the most experienced players. What made him stand out wasn't just his goal tally. It was his relentless pressing, movement off the ball, and ability to create space for teammates. His profile, strong, mobile, and intelligent, fits the modern number 9 role perfectly. Delap is expected to rotate with Nicholas Jackson, who still has backing from the coaching staff but remains inconsistent in front of goal. The pair could offer Chelsea a diverse attacking threat, one more direct, one more creative, giving Maresca tactical flexibility across competitions. Victor Osimhen, world-class, but not the right time for Chelsea. No one can deny Osimhen's credentials. He is one of the most complete strikers in the game today, and his performances in Turkey on loan, helping Galatasaray win a domestic double, proved once again that he's a match winner at any level. Victor Osimhen, world-class but not the right time for Chelsea. No one can deny Osimhen's credentials. He is one of the most complete strikers in the game today, and his performances in Turkey on loan, helping Galatasaray win a domestic double, proved once again that he's a match winner at any level. However, Chelsea's pursuit of a sustainable project, aligned with a new coaching philosophy and wage structure, meant Osimhen no longer fits the club's model. Bringing him in would likely require massive financial outlay, both in transfer fee and wages, and may have even forced Chelsea to offload multiple players just to stay within financial fair play regulations. There's no doubt that Chelsea admire Osimhen, but timing, finances, and fit all pointed toward a more sensible, strategic acquisition in Liam Delap. A new number 9 era begins at Chelsea, with one eye on the World Cup. Delap now faces the challenge of establishing himself at one of the world's biggest clubs, but he also has a golden opportunity. With Euro 2028 and the 2026 World Cup approaching, a breakout season at Stamford Bridge could push him into contention for an England senior call-up. For Chelsea, the risk is low, the ceiling is high, and with Enzo Maresca guiding the process, this transfer may turn out to be one of the smartest moves of the summer. Final thought. Victor Osimhen may dominate headlines, but Chelsea's decision to bet on Liam Delap speaks volumes about the direction of the club. It's a project-first, philosophy-driven approach that prioritizes structure over stardom. If Delap hits the ground running, Chelsea may just have found their next great number 9, without breaking the bank. Here we go again. Victor Osimhen should choose Chelsea over Arsenal. Kenneth Omeruo urges Premier League switch for Nigeria star. As the summer transfer window looms large, speculation around Victor Osimhen's future is reaching fever pitch. After a sensational season on loan at Galatasaray, the Nigerian striker is once again one of the most sought-after players in European football. Among the top clubs reportedly circling are Chelsea, Arsenal, Juventus, and Paris Saint-Germain. But former Nigeria international and ex-Chelsea defender Kenneth Omeruo has a clear message for his countrymen: choose Stamford Bridge. Speaking to Sporty TV, Omeruo didn't hold back in expressing his admiration for Osimhen and his desire to see the Super Eagles forward wear the royal blue of Chelsea. "Of course, Chelsea," Osimhen said emphatically. "Arsenal needs him, but I want him to win trophies. Right now, he's the best striker in the world for me." Osimhen's personal connection with Osimhen and Chelsea Osimhen, who spent several years under contract at Chelsea and played for Nigeria at international level alongside Osimhen, shares more than just a footballing bond with the Napoli striker. Their friendship is rooted in mutual respect, and Osimhen has followed Osimhen's journey closely, from his breakthrough at Lille to his Serie A heroics with Napoli, and now his dominant loan spell at Galatasaray. The 30-year-old defender even recalled their conversation before Osimhen joined Galatasaray on loan. "When he was about to go to Galatasaray, we spoke," said Osimhen. "I told him, they'll kill you with love. In Turkey, the fans make you appreciate your job. It's not just about the club you're playing for. As long as you're a football player, you're a star to them." Osimhen certainly felt the love in Istanbul. He became a cult hero almost instantly, delivering a golden season that will be remembered for years. Osimhen's Galatasaray masterclass, a star reborn. At Galatasaray, Osimhen looked every inch the superstar. He scored 25 league goals and provided 5 assists, leading the club to their 25th Super League title. His impact extended into the domestic cup as well, where he scored a brace in the final to help secure the Turkish Cup and complete a historic domestic double, the club's first since 2019. His performances didn't just excite Turkish fans, they reignited interest from elite European clubs. Despite still being a Napoli player, Osimhen's loan spell has re-established him as one of the most complete forwards in the game. Strong in the air, lethal in the box, quick on the break, and relentless in pressing defenders. Why Chelsea is the right fit, according to Osimhen with Arsenal and Chelsea both in the hunt for a proven striker, the battle for Osimhen's signature could dominate this transfer window. But Osimhen believes Chelsea offers the best platform for success, not just for personal development, but for silverware. "I want to see Victor in the Premier League, no doubt," Osimhen declared. "I want to see him there. I want him to conquer the league." For Osimhen, the Premier League isn't just a destination, it's a challenge worthy of a player like Osimhen. And Chelsea, despite recent turbulence, remains one of the most ambitious clubs in Europe. Under Enzo Maresca, a new era is beginning, and Osimhen could be the centerpiece. The Blues are actively reshaping their attack, with young striker Delap reportedly on the way, while Cole Palmer continues to emerge as a top-tier creator. Osimhen could thrive in such a setup, leading the line while receiving service from dynamic wingers like Noni Madueke, Estevão Willian, and possibly Rafael Leao, if that deal materializes. Arsenal interest, but could he be just another cog at the Emirates? Arsenal have also shown strong interest in Osimhen, seeing him as the missing piece in their quest to win the Premier League. While Mikel Arteta has developed an exciting young squad, their over-reliance on Gabriel Jesus, who often plays deeper, and Eddie Nketiah's inconsistency have left gaps up front. Osimhen would walk into Arsenal's starting 11, no doubt, but the question remains, would he be the focal point at the Emirates, or simply another elite piece in an already stacked puzzle? At Chelsea, with their emphasis on rebuilding from the front and giving young stars the spotlight, Osimhen might find a clearer path to becoming a club legend. The Premier League, Osimhen's next kingdom to conquer? At 26 years old, Osimhen is entering his prime. He's conquered League One, he's conquered Serie A, he's conquered Turkey. Now, as Kenneth Osimhen insists, it's time to conquer the Premier League, and there's no better place to do it than at Chelsea. For a player who thrives on emotion, energy, and connection with fans, the atmosphere at Stamford Bridge could be perfect. The Chelsea faithful are hungry for a new hero, and Osimhen, with his fire, flair, and finishing, might be just what the doctor ordered.